Wow, I said, this is a page one picture if ever I saw one. It will take a great news picture to keep that off the page one of papers tomorrow morning. The all action Prince and his family, and at 42, he looks like a kid himself jumping off the sand dunes at on a Norfolk beach. I mean, Catherine has turned into a super photographer. I mean, that's a difficult picture to do at the best of times, getting it all right, but she's got it just perfect. Every child is absolutely loving it, and loving it most of all is the birthday boy himself, Prince William, who just, obviously his family's everything to him, and this has just shown that, they are a loving family. And in spite of Catherine not being too well at the moment, she's still managing to press the button at the right time, because that picture is fantastic. One of the best ever she's taken. I rate that so highly after some of the criticism she got last week for the back view of the Father's Day picture. And before that, the manipulating a picture. This woman has proved that, she's got a huge talent for this. And if she wasn't a princess of the realm and busy doing amazing work, I mean, she can make a very good living as a photographer, because most photographers today look at that and go, wow, I wished I'd have taken that. I certainly did. I don't think anyone else could have taken a picture, a family picture like that, except the mother. And she, my God, she is so talented. And that is just a beautiful shot. This picture, I mean, is difficult. I mean, it looks like they're jumping off a cliff. They're in a sand dune and they're going to be landing in sand. And I know where that place is in Norfolk. It's a beautiful beach. And she would, they would know that it's a familiar spot for the royals. I once photographed the Queen Mother there, walking along the beach, walking her dogs. It is a great spot, and she is a great talent. And Catherine, I remember the first picture you're doing and the criticism you got, but you know what? You've brushed it off, and you pushed ahead, and now you're showing everybody that you just got that magic touch, and you've got a magnificent subject, of course. Three fabulous kids, all looking very fit, and of course your husband, who just loves his family, and it's just a fact of life, that a family like that is going to stay together forever, and in modern times, that's a wonderful thing. So well done, Catherine. I think you've certainly surpassed yourself with this picture. As I say earlier, you are certainly a page one princess. This is a picture like we'd all photographers be proud to take, without exception. And there's been no one can criticize it, because it's just a fantastic photograph. And you've just outdone yourself, love. That's the best ever. I think I think even the most ardent Republican would see that as a fabulous family photograph. I mean, you can't argue that, we'd all be proud to have a picture like that in our archives. And Catherine, I don't imagine she did it the first time. I bet they did 3 or 4 jumps, but by golly, when she got it right, she got it perfect. Every child is beaming. Everyone is, including William, who's the biggest child of all of them, and he's just, 42, but he looks like a kid himself, and they're all loving it. And that tells you everything about that family, that they're doing it for mum, but they're doing it for dad, and that lovely thing, we love you, Papa. I mean, you can't get a nicer thing to say you love someone, and they've said it, all 3 of them, we love you, Papa. And Catherine signed it. So I imagine, with a familiar C. And I would say, you know what, you've got a long way to beat that, Catherine. You're going to go a long way to beat that, because you've hit the heights there. When I saw it, I went, wow, what a great picture. Even though you're not back to work yet, you certainly your picture finger's working well, and you're producing lovely images for us all to enjoy. Thank you, and happy birthday, William. Well, it was a great day, Saturday, Trooping the Colour, only because Catherine turned up. Other than that, it just rained and rained and rained. And the only cheerful thing was when the rain stopped briefly and the families came on the balcony, and it was everybody's eyes was on Catherine, of course, because it's the first time I'd seen Catherine since Christmas Day, when she looked so good at Sandringham and with her family. But it was lovely to see. It was really happy families, and it was sparkled. And I don't know if they purposely put her next to the king, but you know, both of them have been suffering this terrible illness, and both of them look like they're beating it and getting fit and well again. I mean, um, our king is certainly back full time working, and Catherine, she says she gets tired, and you know, cancer is an illness that can knock you back, but she has good days and bad days. But when she took that picture, she was certainly having a great day because it's just, you know, what can I say? It's a page one picture if ever I saw one. And you've got to say, if you if you have got a family smiling and happy every time you take the pictures, well, you know, with great joy, you've got a lovely happy family. So, well, they are the future, aren't they? I mean, this is the Prince and Princess of Wales, and after this, there'll be the King and the Queen. I mean, she is a star, but she gives everything to it. I mean, you know, she's a mother. She's got the children to concern herself with. She's got um, obviously she's got a staff to help her with that, but you know, she does, you know, public appearances, and she's involved in numerous charities, and she cares about them. And when she does things, she gets involved in it. When she goes to rugby, she plays rugby. When she goes to school and went back to her old school, she played hockey. I mean, this lady is uh, just was almost born to the role. I mean, she was a commoner, and met the Prince at university, and they had 4 years together there. And that 4 years, they've obviously, this love was bonded. They love bonded, and they got married, and as William said to me on the day he got engaged to Catherine, I want this marriage to last forever. And by the looks of things, it's going from strength to strength. And you know, these photographs that Catherine shares with us, thankfully shares with us. I mean, you've got to say, you see a really the future of the royal family in safe hands. And when you think we've got William to come, and then George, and probably William's main role in life to train George to be a monarch one day, a sovereign, our sovereign, and you know, he's shy like his father, like William was when he was that age. I remember him clearly being very anti photographers and anti pictures and everything, but certainly this the reason why with his mother, when his mother with a camera, and he said, right, come on, do it again, do it again. I bet you should do it a few times and get it right. And they've got it right. And it's just a wonderful photograph. And I'm glad she shares it with us. When I think they sort of dominate the news agenda too. I mean, there was Louis during the Queen's the Platinum Jubilee, where he almost became the star of the show, other than Her Majesty. And there was Charlotte down the Isle of Wight a few years ago, poking her tongue out the photographers. So they've certainly know how to sort of behave at certain times. But you know, look, these are children. These we shouldn't be troubling these with any problems or any stress. And at the moment, you know, they're the stress of life, and the role they've got to play in life is ahead of them at the moment. They've just got to be kept normal, and you know, and playing at the beach is normal, and going to school every day and doing your homework every night, and arguing with your parents over it, it's going to be normal. But you know, until then, until there's their time, you know, that's keep that as a happy family. And of course, William and Catherine protect them from intrusion. They don't Paparazzi never bothered them anymore, because they don't need to, because paparazzi could never get pictures as good as their mother gets of them. And of course, she not only shares them with us, but shares them with the world. So uh, good on you, Catherine. You know, you've done a great job. And William, of course, you know, you have been, since your wife's been out of action, you've been sort of carrying on, you know, just brilliantly. But getting some downtime like that must be a breath of fresh air. And I mean, William always said he wants to be there at night to read to the kids before they go to bed. He wants to be a part of the family. He doesn't want to be an absentee father, always working. I mean, he just puts his time in with them, and you can see that. I mean, it was just a great day, great day. And you know, I mean, and I think of some of the past pictures she's done of the children. You know, the one of William and the children on the swing was another great. I thought that was her best picture by far. But today, she's gone even better. You know, she's, as I say, it's going to be a great news picture to beat that tomorrow. I can tell you on the page one.